I'd like to bring the January 2nd, 2024 reorganizational meeting for the Whitehall Township Board of Commissioners to order. Whitehall Township has an obligation to affirmatively further fair housing and to review all land use applications in accordance with federal civil rights statutes. This includes taking meaningful actions that overcome patterns of segregation and foster inclusive communities free from barriers that restrict access to opportunity based on protected characteristics. The township in its land use decisions does not discriminate against persons based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, disability, or familial status, and reviews all land use applications in accordance with federal civil rights statutes. Public comments made on the basis of bias and stereotype concerning people within these protected classes will not be taken into consideration by the township in its deliberations. I apologize. I just got over a cold. I can't even talk. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence for our first responders and men and women in uniform.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now we're going to hold the oath of office for newly elected officials. And I guess I'm the first one. It's not going to happen
I, Joseph Lawrence, of the County of Lehigh, in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Township of Whitehall, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth, and that I will discharge with fidelity the duties of my office as Township Mayor. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to turn over the meeting to Attorney Oldacker.
Well, you want to get the other?
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, yeah. Come on down.
Liz, Ken, Jeff, and Randy, if you all want to come down.
Yeah, watch your step.
Just you want to start with Randy and then go down the line and say your name, and then we'll continue after you and just repeat after me. Okay? Raise your right hand.
Jeffrey Warren,
Of the County of Lehigh, in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Township of Whitehall, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth, and that I will discharge with fidelity the duties of my office as Township Commissioner. Congratulations.
oh, they're making it right.
Okay.
No different than the poll.
Step and head.
Congratulations. Okay, now I am going to turn the proceedings over to Attorney Oldacker.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Congratulations.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Music
So just procedurally for the reorganization meeting, Ken, I understand you have a question, so if you want to start with that, and then I can go into what I wanted to talk about.
So previously, what we did, or what you did was, you had nominations, and there may be multiple nominations for the same position. And the question is, will you open the floor to all nominations, and then close it for nominations? And if there's more than one person that's nominated, will you do a ballot vote instead of calling out names in a roll call, as Robert's rules would suggest?
So procedurally, what we've done before, as you stated, was a singular motion. If it had a second, we would vote on it. If it doesn't have a second, the motion dies. So we're saying that you should continue with that procedure in your election. If it becomes an issue and we come into a deadlock, maybe we need to explore another option. But at this time, we should continue under those procedures.
So then, I understand, when you open up nominations, what you're saying is, it's a race for the first person to say, I nominate Mickey Mouse. And then at that particular point, another person doesn't get the opportunity to nominate because nobody knows here who is all going to go for that nomination. And Robert's rules, under our charter and under our, not only the charter, the code says that if it's not addressed, that Robert rules should apply. And because it's a multiple nomination process, that's where Robert rules is different than previous. Should we find ourselves in a situation where there's only one person nominating for it and there's no second nominee, I agree 100% with that arrangement, and so does Robert's rules. But what you're saying, if you follow your current procedure, you may have 3 people that want to go for president or 3 people want to go for vice president, and 2 of them never get the opportunity because the first one was done and it's ruled on. And it's totally contrary to what our code says and what our charter says and Robert's rules, if you follow the procedure as you defined it out.
So procedurally, because I haven't been to one previously, Jack, how has it been handled previously as far as the initial election and then?
There was historically an opening for nominations. Nominations would be made and need to be seconded. Then it would be asked if there is any additional nominations. They would be made and seconded. And then there has to be a motion to close nominations for the respective position.
I'm in agreement with that if that's how it's being done. I thought it was going to be one vote and done, but if it's what you're saying, I'm perfectly fine.
Right, okay.
And then you vote for the person.
The only thing is, the question was whether it's a ballot versus everybody raising their hand, because it was suggested under Robert's rule that it's more private, that you can do what you want to do on that basis. And that's a decision for the board to make if they want to change that or however they want to do that. I'm just bringing up what it said.
Historically, they've been public. I mean, you
I
voice
understand.
your vote, yeah.
I'm only asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does the rest of the board feel about what I'm talking about?
I think we should go with what historically that we've done, and it's just as they explained it. And we're open here. I mean, there's no reason to have secret ballots or anything.
I'm okay.
And I'm just saying that.
No, I understand. The big question I had was when you changed the way it was in the first, that nomination number 1, second, and nomination
Right,
number
yeah, I
2.
understand.
And if that's the case, I'm perfectly fine. Thank you. No other questions on my side.
Okay, I'll request a motion for President of the Board of Commissioners.
To make a motion
Correct,
for a nomination.
correct.
I'd like to nominate Tom Sloniker for president.
I'd like to nominate Ken.
We need a second for that.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I'll second that nomination.
I'd like to nominate Ken Snyder for president.
Do we have a second?
So I would second myself if that's the case.
Any further motions?
Motion to close nomination.
Yeah, do we have a motion to close the nominations?
I'll make a motion to close the nominations.
I'll second that motion.
Each one is polled then for their respective vote.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the motion for Tom Sloniker as president. Commissioner Attia?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder? No. Commissioner, sorry, you're new to me, Scarfaro?
Yes.
Commissioner Sloniker?
Aye.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Fox?
No.
So that motion passes. And then do say it.
Who again? Okay.
All right, so I will now pull the board for the motion for Ken Snyder as president of the board. Commissioner Attia?
No.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
Commissioner Scarfaro?
No.
Commissioner Sloniker?
Nay.
Commissioner Warren?
Nay.
Commissioner Fox?
Yes.
The motion fails. Congratulations, Tom. You're being appointed as president of the Board of Commissioners.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm okay. Fine.
There's no reason not to. Now, it used to be in the past that once the president was chosen, they would finish out the meetings. And again, this is just historically, this is not, I'm jumping at anything. So, do I
This
have
time I'll
any?
turn it over to you, Tom.
Okay. Do we have any nominations for vice president of the Board of Commissioners?
Might as well nominate myself, Ken Snyder for vice president.
I'll second that.
I'd like to nominate Jeffrey Warren.
Need a motion? Oh, no.
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
You got the second, sorry.
You need a second, that's correct.
I'll second.
Yeah, it's all, you get to run everything.
Okay.
That was my limelight.
Do we have a motion to close nominations, or is there anybody else?
I'll make a motion to close nominations.
Okay, I'll second. So. Hold the board if you want.
I'm not happy to do it if you would prefer me to do it.
Just, I'd like that right now.
Okay, so the motion for appointing Commissioner Warren as vice president of the board.
Start with.
Oh,
start with-
Snyder, sorry. Commissioner Snyder for the board. Commissioner Attia?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
Commissioner Scarfaro?
No.
Commissioner Sloniker? Commissioner Warren?
Nay.
Commissioner Fox?
Yes.
We have a tie, so that motion fails. Now for the motion for Commissioner Warren to be appointed as vice president of the board. Commissioner Attia?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder?
No.
Commissioner Scarfaro?
Yes.
Commissioner Sloniker?
Aye.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Fox?
No.
That motion passes. Congratulations, Commissioner Warren, on being appointed vice president. Hopefully you're taking good notes, because I'm losing track of
Yeah,
people.
I got it.
Okay.
And now we'll have the nominations for the secretary of the Board of Commissioners.
I'd like to nominate Randy Attia for board secretary.
I'd like to second that.
The other nominations for secretary? closed, okay, and
I'd like to make a motion to close.
We got a second? I'll second. All right, I'm going to pull the board for Commissioner Attia being appointed as Secretary of the Board of Commissioners. Commissioner Attia?
Sure, yes.
Commissioner Snyder? Oh, sorry.
That's okay, yes.
Yes.
aye.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Fox?
Yes.
Thank you, that motion passes. Commissioner Attia will be appointed Secretary of the Board of Commissioners.
You want to play musical chairs?
Yeah, where's my name?
It's okay, you got the others. Those are
I'll take your spot.
Yeah, this is, are you, okay. Does that make sense?
You got your time.
I don't have to read that.
Does that make sense?
I mean, secretary can be on either side, it doesn't matter.
You want to take your chair?
Oh, sure, it's already at the right spot.
Oh, I'm sitting here. We're up this phone. Yeah.
Yeah, this secretary normally sits here. But, yeah, the vice president did,
you
but
want me to go over there?
the secretary, whatever, it doesn't matter. Did you have a preference, left or right?
I think down there. Where to sit if you don't
She
do
just
that.
went with what was, that's all. Different view.
Different view.
Yeah.
I think I feel.
And that's, I'll tell you later on, what you want to do.
You need to come in. Huh?
What you do.
Yeah, put him in the corner here.
Does,
I think you should sit up.
person that makes the motion,
Who,
and
me?
then the
Him.
second, you have to follow that. But then you mix
You
it
feel,
up
you get
however
like used
want.
to one side of the dais here.
Okay, administrative appointments. A motion to approve the reappointment of the firm Gross McGinley at a rate of $170 per hour for partners, $140 per hour for associates, and $100 for paralegals. Do I hear a motion?
I will make that motion. Warren? I'll second it.
Honest to God, it works out easier. So Warren made the motion, and I think Kenneth made the second.
Snyder, got it. Okay. Comments from the floor?
That's what I do. No, that's my job.
Board comments first.
Okay. Is there any comments from the board?
None.
Any comments from the floor? Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Snyder?
Aye.
Commissioner Fox?
Yes.
Commissioner Scarfaro?
Yes.
And myself, yes.
Then the president's usually last.
Okay. President Sloniker?
Aye. That passes 6 ayes, 0 nays, you're supposed to say.
Ayes, 0 nays.
It's not a big deal.
I'll do rehearsals at home next time.
Okay. I can see you at home. To approve the reappointment of Keystone Consulting Engineers, Inc. as Township Engineering Firm at rates per their 2024 professional fee schedule. And it's very lengthy, and, we're not going to go through that tonight because it's just really if we want those guys or not. Do I hear a motion?
I move. Scarfaro?
Do I hear a second?
Teal will second.
Okay. Any comments from the board? Any comments from the floor? Okay. Hearing none. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Scarfaro?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Commissioner Fox?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
And President Sloniker?
Aye.
Motion passes. 6 ayes, 0 nays.
A motion to approve the reappointment of Scott Lipson to serve as counsel to the Building Code Board of Appeals, Civil Service Commission, and Tax Appeals Board at a rate of $90 per hour. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion, Warren.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Comments from the board? Any comments from the public? None heard. Mr. Secretary, could you poll the board?
Commissioner Warren,
Aye.
Commissioner Scarfaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Fox,
Yes.
myself, yes, and President Sloniker.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. 6 ayes, 0 nays.
Motion to approve the reappointment of William Fries to serve as counsel to the zoning hearing board at a rate of $165 per hour and $110 for paralegal. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion?
I'll second.
Usually we wait for,
Oh, sorry.
that's one of my important duties, so. So we have a second, and Ms. Fox did that. Okay. Any comments from the board? Any comments from the public? Hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Scarfaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Fox,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Aye.
myself, yes, and President Sloniker.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. 6 ayes, 0 nays.
A motion to approve the reappointment of Lehigh Engineering Associates as the Township Conflict Engineering Firm as rates per their 2024 professional fee schedule. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Warren.
Second.
I'll second it.
Do I have any comments from the board? Any comments from the public? Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Warren,
Aye.
Commissioner Snyder,
Aye.
Commissioner Fox,
Yes.
Commissioner Scarfaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Tia, yes, and President Sloniker.
Aye.
Motion passes. 6 ayes, 0 nays.
A motion to approve the reappointment of Kevin Fogarty Esquire as the Township Conflict Attorney at a rate of $125 per hour. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. Fox.
Do I have any comments from the board?
Question? So this attorney, Kevin Fogarty, does he take care of conflict of interest on all boards, the zoning board, the commissioner board, or who takes the conflict of interest on the zoning board? That's how it's done.
Paul Horak, yes.
And then the attorney for the zoning board, he represents the township at the township zoning meetings. I've seen him at the meetings, and he's there to enter as an appearance for us at all meetings. Is that correct?
Mr. Freeze, yes. that's
Yes,
correct.
at all meetings.
Yes, unless he's conflicted, and then this gentleman, Paul Horak, will be.
Okay. All right, that answers my questions. Thank you.
There is no rate for paralegal for his firm?
I believe he's an independent contractor.
Okay.
Yeah, and he might be solo, so it
Yeah.
might be based on that, just for this specific appointment. I don't want to speak for him, but
I didn't see it in his email, and it's not here, so.
Any further comments from the board? Any comments from the public? Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Fox,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Aye.
Commissioner Scarfaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Tia's a yes, and President Sloniker.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. 6 ayes, 0 nays.
Motion to approve the appointment of Paul Horak Esquire as the Township Zoning Hearing Board Conflict Attorney at a rate of $165 per hour and $100 for paralegal. Do I hear a motion?
I make the motion.
I'll second it, Warren. Sorry, I jumped in front of you.
Any further comments from the Board of Commissioners? Any comments from the public? Hearing none. Mr. Secretary, can you poll the board?
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Aye.
Commissioner Scarfaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Fox,
Yes.
Commissioner Tia is a yes, President Sloniker.
Aye.
Motion passes 6 ayes, 0 nay.
And that seems to conclude our business for tonight. Do I have a motion for an adjournment?
I'll motion.
Second.
Secretary, if you want, poll the board, but I never did.
Should we?
If
Do
you want,
unanimous
it's
if you want.
supposed to.
Commissioner Fox,
Yeah. That's what I was.
Scarfaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren, I think I went out of order, my apologies.
Aye.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Tia is a yes, and President Sloniker.
Aye. And everybody have a very happy new year out there. Appreciate you all showing up and showing your, standing behind your people.